This is a teardown of a Sabine True Mobility Wireless Systems SW72-NDR wireless mic receiver. And this is a 2-channel receiver. Unfortunately, it is dead. And these have a weird quirk where the knobs fail, which I didn't probably talk about in the other video. And apparently they tried to use some epoxy to like fix the plastic, because the black plastic piece is just kind of glued on and they like slide off or something over time. But they epoxied the output level knob in place. You can't even turn it, so yeah. Plus the fact that this is dead, it's just no motivation. Honestly, I could probably crack the glued on knob off with a pair of side cutters. Maybe I'll do that, we'll see. I wonder if I should see what's wrong with this maybe. Don't really have any use for these. I don't even know if it's legal to use whatever the frequency these are set for in my area, which is the other thing. Oops. That all becomes a huge nightmare. FCC rules. Don't want to break them. Alrighty. I do have 2 more of these that still turn on, and they did connect to the mic. I just don't know what to do with them. I'm not into karaoke, surprisingly, but that's about the only good use I can think of, is maybe do some karaoke setup with them. Let's see what's under the hood. Use a drill on these top screws, but they don't play nice with the Torx 10-bit I have in my drill. Not too small. I don't even know what this bit I'm using is. This is T8. Well, that would explain why. Quite a bit more going on in this one. It's full of boards. Interesting. Ah, so I was wondering why there were antenna style headers there, and that's why. This interconnect, I feel like this board here is a board that handles the additional channel, possibly? I don't know. Still has the weird coax jumper across the board. This power supply definitely starting to fail. That capacitor's bulged. I do wonder, the rating's about the same as the other one I tore apart. I wonder if I should see about replacing the power supply in this and fixing it. Because I don't think... the fuse doesn't look pretty. Whoops! There goes that. Let's see here. I should probably put the screws back in for this. Don't remember which ones they were because I didn't care at the moment. Oh, shoot. Drop it. The only bummer about these is they just don't have any value. I think the one I saw on eBay, or the product research I did when I seen what they're selling for, I think they were going for around like $40, maybe plus shipping. Yeah, this fuse looks sketchy. A little bit of charring on it and some balls of metal, so I'm gonna go check that real quick. Alright, well, I got my multimeter in continuity mode, and apparently the fuse is blown. Yep. Question is why, and I'm gonna steal the other plug and see if the fuses in this are blown. No. So those fuses were good, but the other one didn't power on, which is interesting. Wasn't planning on making this a repair video, but hey, why not? I'm gonna borrow, whoops, make sure that fuse is still good. Took a tumble. Oops. The tape on my probes doesn't help things any. Never a fan of something with a blown fuse, because you have to wonder why. Other than that one cap that's bulged, power supply looks okay. Not that that means anything. Let's find a power cord. Turn off the power strip that's plugged into real quick. That's in the on position. Safety glasses. I'll grab the plug strip here and kaboom. 3, 2, 1. Well, I didn't hear anything go bang. There's no life though. Unplug this. Check the fuse. I don't even know if this fuse I put in here is the right rating. Although I think these are running off the same amount of power. Oh no, that definitely blew itself up. Come on, focus camera. We'll go 3x zoom. Yeah, that blew itself up. Interesting. I mean, obviously putting a new fuse in is not going to accomplish anything. I got one fuse left. I don't know why the other power supply was dead though, which is also fascinating. So, just thinking here. Boop. Let's see a point that's ground. That doesn't go to ground. I don't know. Alright, yeah. That's the serial port. That would be going to ground. Just trying to think of how you check to see if something was shorted. Got a good connection there. That should be ground. Nope. Wonder if this is isolated from ground. No, because this shield would be attached. The shielding for these network jacks. Cam? I'm just gonna start poking random stuff. That should be ground. Yeah. It's a screw terminal. I don't know which one of these legs on the voltage regulator would be ground. Oh, do I blow up another fuse? Oh god, I didn't notice the high voltage cap on the input side is very bulgy. It was kind of buried behind all the wires. I'm glad they didn't vent. So I'd say that power supply is toast. I don't know how much I trust the power supply out of the other one I tore down though. I do have some working units though. I don't feel like I don't feel like the power supply would fail because of the main PCB, so I think I want to make this a repair video. Although repairing this means I'm going to have to steal parts from another one. Also means I'm going to have to fix this stupid output level knob, since it's already screwed up. Ooh, taking the front sticker off with it. Can't believe somebody epoxied the knob onto the front of the device like that. Some people are just rocket scientists, I think. That might not even be epoxy. Are they hot glued on? I don't know if these have a memory where they remember the output level they were set to. Whoops, of course I bumped my this camera stand. Even if I do fix this, I wonder what other issues it'll end up having. Oh, I don't want to short out the cap to see if it's drained. I will be back. Alrighty. Got the totally electrically safe certified rubber glove. Put my safety glasses on, and I don't necessarily want to ruin these forceps, but at the same time I don't think it'll do that much damage, so get in there though. Alright, time to see if I scream like a girl. I don't think that got in there. No, it was too wide. Well, I think it's drained. I don't see any scorch marks on the forceps, so good enough. Alrighty. Although I still wouldn't mind this glove. Could also check for voltage. I don't know why I don't do that while I have the meter here. I don't think this will be over 600 volts. I can find the tip. I just need to take this tape off. So I put tape over these multimeter leads because I'm paranoid and not careful enough sometimes. So I can check the pinouts on my Tesla power cables. And I don't really want to short out 225 watts of 12 volt DC across them, so yeah, I'm not showing any voltage. There might be a dead short in the board that's causing it to fail and blow a fuse. Or could have a bleed down resistor. Wrong way. This is going to be annoying to put back together. But I do actually wonder if it would be worth saving. It's not worth selling on eBay though. It costs too much and it'd be too risky to sell on eBay for the tiny amount of profit I get. I'd probably make $15 if I sold this on eBay. And I'd just as soon throw it away than risk dealing with people on eBay. Oh. Yeah, it might just be normal discoloration. Although it does look like something got hot along here. I don't know if that's a mauve right there for surge protection, maybe? C1. No, it'd probably be a capacitor. Over here, RT1. I wonder if that's the whoops. The mauve to protect inrush current and power surges and stuff. But that baby's ready to blow. So the question is, do I go grab my other power supply I have? Or do I grab one I know works? The other one, the unit had a good fuse, but it didn't turn on. So I'm going to assume that power supply is dead also, probably. I think the next logical choice is tear down this one, which is the same model I did in the previous video. But I know this one turns on, and there we go. I think I'd rather see a 2-channel wireless mic receiver work than a single channel. Probably more work than it's worth, but it's whatever. If it was a Shure wireless mic receiver, it'd be a little bit more justifiable. I'm going to pop the top off of this, out of frame, unfortunately. And we're going to steal the power supply. The real question will be, is once I swap the power supply, will the power supply play nice? Or will other bad things happen? I'm hoping that I don't repeat what I'm hoping I don't repeat what I did with that LG monitor I tried to fix. Although I think that LG monitor was to blame more than me. I think those crappy thin traces they had that were barely attached to the PCB are the reason why it exploded after I plugged it in after I plugged in after I put the cover back on. I don't think that PCB could handle the stress of me handling it. I should plug that in and let it blow itself up the rest of the way sometimes for the fun of it. Oh, tight screw. Alright, we'll throw this off to the side. Control. Another Artisan power supply. Cap's not blown up though. I'm not in the mood to get shocked today. Not that I'm ever in the mood to get shocked, so visual comparison here. Yeah, basically look the same. The little yellow numbers on that transformer are the same. Not that that's a model number by any means, but the model number of the capacitor is the same, which is actually the model number, and the input rating is the same. So let's see, oh, part number there I can look at. 16352. This has a J for some reason, but I mean, I don't see any obvious visual differences otherwise. And the capacitor is a J as well. Well, we're just going to have to hope that that J doesn't mean diddly. Also, if you want to do a comparison, that's the difference between single channel and dual channel. It's weird. This one has no cans. They must have done different revisions and then determined that the cans weren't necessary. The other one had cans here, and I believe there's one somewhere over here. Weird. Weird and interesting, and not my problem. Also, it looks like the power cable going from the power supply to, actually on both ends, looks like the power supply has a bigger power cable connections. So if this does fix the problem, well, I'm going to have to, I guess, run it for a while and hope that it doesn't matter. Where'd the dead power supply go? So do comparison of the bottom. I feel about the same weight-wise. Oops. I mean, other than the J, I don't see anything obvious that differentiates these. They just look like different revisions of the same general part. So this goes in this way. I need 4 screws that go with it. Alrighty. Now let's screw this puppy back down and see what happens. I wish I had magnetized bits for this. And that's not even lined up. My big head's going to be in the way here for a second. Huh. Alright, well, I'll start on this corner. I'll hop over to this corner. ground screw, which is weird. Huh? Huh. I just realized that this ground screw, it must have been under the PCB, because it's not. Oh, alright, yeah, it would have been under. Also, I'm gonna pull the power supply out. Could have swore the ground wire was on top, but I'll have to go through that video, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna shock myself. Unintentionally, probably. How in the world? So apparently this ground wire is just grounding the case. I would have figured they were grounding, tried to directly ground the power supply too, but the power supply grounds through the case in a different spot. Also, I'm going to feel really stupid if this was on the top and I'm second guessing myself, because I feel like this needs to be on the bottom of the power supply so it makes contact with the case as I keep bumping my camera. Ah, shucks. Son of a something. Get in your hole. There we go. One of my screws disappeared. Hope I didn't disappear somewhere bad. Whoop. Okay, cross-threaded. Nope, we're good. Well, had 4 screws. Oh, there it is. It's in my glove. You know, I have a fancy tool I was using to short out capacity. Probably use it to do what I need to do with this screw, if I can grab it. So I have 1 of 2 predictions, actually 3. Either this just semi-magnetized. This just immediately blows up in my face, which is going to be exciting for the viewers and not for me. It works temporarily, and then I find out that the power supply can't handle the load because that J actually means something. And yeah, those are the three possibilities. Could just work in general, I guess. I don't know. Just need you to go in your hole. There we go. Don't want to screw it in too tight to the PCB, because one corner is already kind of chewed up looking. Alright. I need my last fuse. And then if this one blows up, I don't know. I want this facing me, so I don't have to mess with it. Power strip is off. Plug you in. Probably should plug everything in. I wonder if I should start with just the power supply plugged in. Because if the power supply doesn't blow up, and then it does when I plug it into the system itself, we know what's wrong. I don't think anything bad would happen if it's not under load. Let's just go all out. Let's just plug everything in the way it's supposed to be. Prime it under. Alright, you're in the off position. Let's put you in the off position. I'll zoom in a little for a better view. Safety glasses on, switch on there, and please don't catch on fire. I don't have a fire extinguisher nearby. Kerboom. Oh. Huh? And nothing bad's happened yet. I don't see capacitors poking up. I don't hear squealing. No flames. Both front displays are on. Let's see if channel select. How do I modify? Alright, yeah, it's responding to inputs. I'm going to have to free the rest of the knobs since they were nice enough to glue them to the front. But, yeah, I think calling that a repair video instead of teardown. These displays have a terrible viewing angle, but, yeah. And if I really want to be fancy, alright. I have a body pack right next to me because I was doing some other testing stuff. Let's see if we can do this without turning off the power strip. You on? Oh, no. Nope. Yeah! It sees the body pack. Although it's a little unhappy with the body pack. But, yeah, it was supposed to be a teardown, but I guess it was a repair instead. I will, just to finish this off, I guess, I will give some close-ups. I'm assuming it's probably the same Analog Devices chip there as the other one. Looks like different brand flash. I'm looking with my own eyes. Spansion branded. And then like they really awkwardly laser engraved it because rather than engraving the surface, it almost caused the epoxy to like crater in the shape that they were trying to cut into it. I got two of these chips. I think that's a different brand than it was in the other one. Assuming those have to do with the wireless mic processing. And yeah, and then just more stuff populated. This also does have some sort of USB control functionality. And then whatever this RS-485 networking is. But yeah, that might be cool though if I actually fix this. Because I have two more of these that were single channel that in theory worked. That I have more body packs for than receivers. So I don't know. That kind of drug on though. Hopefully it was interesting, and thanks for watching.